everybody, and welcome to the Otaku Obentou Podcast, the only anime podcast in the world where the co-host forgot what it was called for like 2 episodes. My name is Pixcelation, and joining me, as usual, is...
It's this guy you call CoachSilky, but it's actually Roderick McDaniel. I don't think anybody calls me by my government name anymore.
Yeah, no, you don't have a government name anymore. It's all Coach all the time. And then also joining us for this episode today is...
Hi, I'm Laura Ortiz. You can call me Laura Knockout online. Comic out here in Austin, and
fellow weep.
Join us.
No, I fought too hard to hide my roots. All right.
But yeah, so today's episode is going to be really fun because we are, at the time this is airing, we're going to be a few weeks into the winter 2026 anime season, and we want to kind of just talk about some shows that we're, watching, shows that we're wanting to watch. I'm someone who used to watch a lot, and then I went like a long period of where I just didn't watch anything, and now I'm trying to get back to that where I watch at least something. So this is kind of fun for me because I want to take some time and watch some stuff that I think looks interesting. So these two, I have a feeling, are going to have way more to talk about than I will, but that's okay because that's sometimes... Monogatari episode, I talked way more than Coach, so this episode makes sense that Coach would talk way more than me. That being said, I guess we'll start with our guest. Laura, what are you looking forward to most of all?
Ooh, I kind of have to break this up between, like, my action shows and then my rom-com shows.
Right.
And then this third other category that doesn't fit any of the other two.
Right.
So, action-wise, I'm really looking forward to Frieren. I'm really looking forward to Hell's Paradise Season 2. I'm really looking forward to... I don't remember the English name directly, but it's basically like Sentenced to be a Hero.
Oh yeah,
I think that's the name of it.
Okay.
Oh my god, that first episode really kicked off like crazy. Oh my god, it was so good. And then rom-com wise, I'm really looking forward to my dirty little secret, my dirty passion is I am a sucker for villainous trope animes. I don't care if they're all formulaic. I don't care if they're all basically the same at this point. I will always eat it up like candy. I can't help myself.
So I guess my next question for you and that after that would be, did you like I'm in Love with the Villainous?
I don't think I watched that one because it was more like Yuri coded, and I don't want to face that part of my sexual identity just yet.
Okay. That I don't even know what to say to that, man, because I loved... that was one that I like. That's the only one that I've really seen, and whenever I was watching it, I was just like, this is so cute. I love it so much. But yeah, go ahead.
I love this.
I did really love... it was this past season, the fall season. May I ask for one final thing? That one was so funny, so good. Such a refreshing take on the villainous trope. I really loved it. This season for, like, rom-com villain-esque, there is, like, a champignon witch. Basically, kind of like a villainess, but, like, a interesting take where it's not like reincarnation or not like new love or like they're rewriting their own history. It's just this witch who is just unfortunately just the villain because she has the side effect of like poison.
Huh.
She's a sweet girl. She means well, but she just poison.
Right. I remember being in that kind of position where just everyone around me was poisoned by my presence. It wasn't very comfortable.
I mean, that happens at a lot of beginner cons because people don't use a lot of deodorant. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I mean. Of course, Anyway,
Sorry.
No. I want to hijack this conversation real fast to show some love to Jujutsu. I can't say the name. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3.
Jujutsu Kaisen?
Oh, so okay. So real quick, just like a little bit of a backstory into what this series means to me. I didn't like it at first. I was like, what are you talking about, Coach? You look at me like I'm crazy. I watched the first couple episodes and like I was seeing all this hype. And I was like, I don't really get the hype, right? And the first core went by, and I was like, it's just okay. And then I watched it again, and that's when I fell in love with it, right? That I watched it again, realized kind of what Gege was trying to do with it, and all of a sudden it all clicked for me. And that second core was just brilliant. I loved it. I was on the boat from there. Then I hear all this talk about the Shibuya arc and how devastating it is, and I watch it and I'm like, I see what you mean. It is so devastating. I'm so here for it. Then I read the entire rest of the manga because I cannot not.
As you should.
Yeah, I can't just wait 3 years for the rest of the anime. And so I read it, I catch up with it, I'm reading it week to week, I am on this train. And then it ends, and I'm like, man, this was such a good ride, I'm so happy. And then we get the anime announcement that's coming back, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch it eventually, but I'm not in a huge rush. Today, I start it, and I can't. I'm like I'm put back in the Culling Games arc. That was one of my favorite arcs of the series. I am so ready to see all of this play out. Such a fun ride, and I'm just that's just something I really wanted to highlight. I really, if you're watching this right now and you have not started, please go start it. It's so good. The fans can be a little
Part
bit.
of your problem is you are a hipster when it comes to everybody else likes it, so I'm gonna hate it. And
That's
you
not
craft
true,
beer-
though. It's not. I mean, it's kind of true, but not really.
It's so true. I love you. You're one of my dearest friends, bro, and I give you the most hell every season. But it's all like, this is the greatest anime ever. I don't like it. I like their old stuff before they got big. And I'm like, shut up, dude.
I will be the first to say that a lot of anime fans have garbage taste. So whenever I see that there's this one show that has a lot of hype, I'm skeptical. Okay, when there are people who say Attack on Titan is the greatest anime of all time, I am skeptical because it's stupid. Okay. So when I'm told,
but it objectively is a very well written show. Objectively,
until the end,
stupid.
Until the end.
What do you mean until the end? The end was the first part that was written for that entire series.
Aaron turns into a bird, and then Mikasa makes out with his headless corpse. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, point being,
this guy. I asked. Oh my god!
What
are your top 5 then? Let's hear.
Laura's like,
yeah, let's get it.
Laura's like, what the hell did I get myself into?
Yeah, Laura's ready to throw down with me. That's why I brought her on. I got back up.
Crazy. Crazy take to have on Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
insane.
Well, I will die on that hill. You want to know my top 5? My top 5 is.
Let's keep going into your mainstream top 5. Right.
My mainstream. No, the only mainstream anime on my top 5 is One Piece. Chill.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
I'm a man that was just fiending over Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay. Oh my god, this is so good.
This is amazing. No, but we'll get into my top 5 later. I don't want to go there right now.
No, you know what I'm glad about? I finally brought on a Joker to your Batman, and I am the happiest person here.
This is where I watched my parents die, Leonardo.
I knew what I was doing when I booked Laura. Because Laura and I talk. Laura and I talk all the time about comedy, but we talk about anime so much. That's one of my favorite things about Laura. And then what happened was I started finding out how many secret weebs are in this business.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many of us. And in green rooms, I now have stuff to talk about. What are you watching this season?
Right.
So those people I tend to surround myself with.
All of a sudden, it's not a blacklisted term to be like, hey, I watch nerd shit, like
Yes. And that's the beauty of it. And I like that, man. Oh my God, dude. I just love that she called you out. Somebody heard you say the stuff I think all the time and they called you out. Thank you.
Well, well, I'm right. So why are you booing me? I'm
Laura,
right.
just tell me what you want for
Are you
Valentine's.
right,
I got you. He's not, but yeah,
We all,
you're getting. You
we all
got
know
you.
what
I
I
got
want
you.
for Valentine's Day, and I can't have it. So we're
Yeah, I got you. If I have to kidnap a person, I got you. You're the homie this year for that one.
Thank you.
Uh,
I appreciate that so
I do
much.
want to break
Oh
down
my
some
God.
of your picks. Tell me why. What did you love the most about Freerin that made you excited for it this season?
What I really love the most about Freerun is that inherently it is kind of a love story, but it's not a traditional love story where it's like main girl, main guy, shenanigans happen and they get together. This is a love story that happens when one person doesn't realize it in time, and now they're on this quest to have one last like conversation, one last meaningful connection before like moving forward with their lives, right? It's such a
That,
beautiful, beautiful take on like love in general. Seeing it from the perspective of someone who lives countless thousands of years and having the emotional intelligence of a baby. And it's just so beautiful. It's and you get to see how she influences the next generation of mages and heroes that's coming up in her present, and how they're inadvertently affected by the heroes of the past from her past interactions.
yeah.
I like that it's not super etchy. I like that it's not super like tropey. I love this like fresh writing that it brings to the table because it is something super unique when it comes to elf and magic systems.
Yeah,
That's what I really love about Freedom.
I liked it a lot. I'm ashamed to even admit this after the conversation we just had, but I only watched half of the first season, and it wasn't because I didn't like it. I caught up with it, and then I just fell off. But so I'm definitely
Okay.
about to restart it because I really do want to watch season 2. I just need the refresher.
Cool. That's where look. Last year, you were still working. You worked with the website and the newspaper, right?
Yeah,
Am I
basically.
imagining that? Okay, yeah. So there was a lot of weird. Hey, I'm going from this job to this job. I
Yeah,
moved
the
to
last
a
few.
whole new city.
Yeah, pretty much since I
Okay.
since I was at Gamers, it literally my life has been so kind of chaotic that it makes sense that I haven't watched a whole lot.
Yeah, no, I was gonna spot you that one because as I told you, I think it was one of those points where I think I came back from the road and I knew I was gonna be off for a couple weeks.
Right.
And I just like, hey, I've seen enough, I've heard enough. I was looking at a PC that was a case that was made to dedicated to the show, and I was like, I got to go figure this out. And then I felt the same way you did, Laura. I watched it, and it was just like it was way more emotional for me than I thought it would be. But every episode felt like a kiss on the forehead and a hug. I found that I
Mhm.
needed what it was giving me. It definitely talked about just appreciating the now way more than we do. Sometimes you
Yeah.
don't realize the journey is way more important than the end goal. So
The
I'm
question.
excited.
The
Yeah.
And
question.
there's so
Oh.
many small. Oh,
Well,
I
no,
was
no,
gonna
it's
say
fine. Go
there's
ahead.
so many small details that like people reviewing free rent and just spending their whole like YouTube, like a whole 2 hour YouTube sit down where you pick through little details that it really adds to the story. Like, um, I don't know where he's at in the show, but there's a scene where she loses a ring, and that ring has a lot of significance because of the iconography on the ring. And I've recently realized that, oh, that ring had a closed flower to represent love that hasn't quite come into fruition, which makes sense for when she got the ring originally and the
Mhm.
relationship she had with Himmel. And it's just like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's breaking my heart all over again.
Yep.
Ah,
So I guess my question for both of y'all, did y'all watch it in the sub or did y'all watch it in the dub?
I think I did the
wonderful.
dub.
You did both, Laura?
The dub is phenomenal.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna ask. Is like, because I really like who they picked for Freeman. It was one of those like, it's weird to say, but like her voice kind of just like it. Like Coach said, I would define it as a warm hug. Like it's like she has this like motherly tone that's like, it's very well, not what I would expect from that character, but the fact that it works, I think, is really impressive. So.
Yeah.
It's one of the few times, because not all dubs are made equal. I will say it first and foremost, not all dubs are like as spectacular as the free run dub.
Right.
They did a phenomenal job with casting, a phenomenal job with acting, and with just direction in terms of like giving them the types of notes they needed to really have the voice add on a layer of believability to the character.
Yep.
Let's pivot over to another title that you mentioned, and that was Sentenced to be a Hero.
Oh my god. Sorry. It was one of those shows that it's very rare that you'll see an anime have a first episode that's an hour long.
Right,
if
of
you
course.
Like it was so good.
And it takes it's weird to say, because I usually love whenever like I love seeing an anime that like does an hour long first episode. It's I have ADHD. It's hard to sit through a whole hour of anime, but I will say that this one did capture my attention. It reminded me a lot of Shield Hero, which probably makes a lot of sense. But I am hoping that it takes it's a consistently good anime as opposed to Shield Hero. Like it was one of those things where season 1 of Shield Hero, fantastic from start to finish. Season 2, I still can't finish it. So it's one of those things where if this is something one of those things so they can make that consistent quality, then I think I'm gonna have a good time with it. So
I think it's so interesting because of the magic system and the way the universe is laid out in this particular show.
Right.
It's so different than like your traditional like, oh, here's the hero and he's coming to save the day, and the hero is usually someone that's been reincarnated or someone that is like inherently like born to be the hero. Like
right.
there are signs he's chosen from God. These are all men that are just like, hey, you did a bad thing, and now you have to do this for the rest of your life until you lose your mind. I was like, that's insane.
Yeah, no, it was really interesting because, like you said, it's clear he has a past that is like, we'll see flashbacks, sure, but like, unlike those anime where there's like
recent past,
yeah, right. It's like when they're reincarnated, it's like they're basically a blank slate, and they don't really have a past worth mentioning, or sometimes they do, but it's usually not like directly impacting the events of the anime.
Or their blank slate is like treating this whole universe like a game,
right?
Which is like a little bit dehumanizing to like the universe that they've now come into,
right?
Versus like this man clearly was very actively involved in his universe before he was kind of forced to go through this rebirth, and it's
right,
like so interesting to see how all those dynamics will play out in the future.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see kind of, because especially with the which is, I mean, I'll carefully dance around spoilers, but it's like just the fact that like what we found out in the last 5 minutes of the episode, how that's going to impact not only himself but his new companion is going to be really interesting. So
y'all got me. I just added it.
Yeah,
I literally just listened to you two, and I just threw it on my Crunchyroll list.
Carve out an hour-long time for it.
This does start off like you're right in the action when you start off. So just know if you're confused by stuff, it's meant to be a little bit confusing, a little bit disorienting, because you're just thrown in the middle of the action, which I feel is actually really a strong hook to get people into a show, because then you're not like sitting through 10-15 minutes of exposition of this like omniscient narrator trying to like set everything up. You're just kind of thrown in there, and this show expects you to be intelligent enough to pick up on things and really like learn as you're moving through the show.
All right, I think it's Coach's turn. What you is there anything that you want to mention? Another show you want to mention?
Yeah, there is one. In fact, Laura mentioned it, and I was happy to hear it. Journal with the Witch is on my list. Sure. Yeah, everything I read about that kind of got me, man. And I was one of those people, and the anime is slipping my mind, but it was the one about The redhead girl and the guy with the skull face. Why can I not think of that right now?
Ancient
He was
Magus Bride.
yes. Yes. That's oh my God. That put me through so much. Okay. And then I kind of was watching this and I started feeling like I had that feel again. Like, oh, this kind of I'm going on this journey. I'm going to watch this one. I have not started it, but I've thrown it into the like, oh, it's on the list. We're watching this over the next couple days. We're going to get started in this.
This one immediately got me on my list because I just looked up who did it. Durarara, the second season of Durarara, that's who the same studio as Journals with which. So that right there is a high pedigree for me because that was one of the best. Like Durarara is like it stands to me. It may not be in my top 5, but it is definitely one of the best uses of a big cast I've ever seen. Ryoko Narita does such a good job of like connecting these 20 or 30 people that like in a normal anime it would be like half the cast would be ignored, but like in this one they make everybody matter, and that's so anyway, point being is I like Aurora. I'll probably like this too. So
yeah, it was just if you watch the trailer you're gonna suck into it.
See, this one really wasn't on my radar until Roderick kind of brought it up, and I value Roderick's opinion.
Right.
I think he has good taste, so I wanted to give it a try. This one, I will say, is not typically like the style of show I would watch because it is so heavy. It's a very emotionally heavy show. I watched the first 2 episodes; they're out already, and this one is one that, like, if you're going through stuff emotionally, it's gonna trigger you. It's gonna absolutely get you to like be thinking about your own life through like the lens of these characters. It's beautiful, it's moving, it's poignant.
right.
Not necessarily super action heavy. So I will warn those with ADHD, if you're expecting like the action to kind of carry you through the show, it's not there.
Right.
This is one that you have to come at with intention.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out in the next couple days. One that I have such a complicated thing with the Fate series. Y'all watch the Fate series?
I do.
I I have a love-hate relationship with the Fate series. Like, I love it, but at the same time, it's always so hard to figure out where the are you supposed to start in this show.
Yeah, so
Sorry,
Fate straight. No, you're fine. I'll censor it out. You're good. Fate. I've been doing that, and it's one of those things. It's like it's kind of a what's the word? It's kind of a tedious thing to do, but it's always
James dropped way more F-bombs than me the last couple episodes. That's what he's trying to tell you.
It's real. I'm actively trying to restrict it because I don't want to do that very much, but it's fine. Anyway, Fate Strange Fake is
I watched.
Yeah,
I got caught up this today. Fate Strange Fake, which is so interesting.
Right. I am 15 minutes from the end of episode 2. I had to stop in the middle because I needed to take a nap, and I'm an old man. And I was like, I know I'm not going to be able to pay attention to the last 15 minutes unless I just stop here and come back to it later. But what I found interesting is that they had like an hour-long prologue that aired in 2023. They had one episode come out in the end of 2024, and now the rest of the series is coming out in January 2026. So it's something that's very interesting in regards to how they're releasing it. So if you are a fan of the Fate series and you want to watch this, you do need to watch the other stuff because it sets everything up. You're going to be very confused by who everyone is. But I have found that I did not need any prior information about the Fate series to enjoy this one. Obviously you need to be well versed about like what the Holy Grail War is, but like aside from that, you really don't need to know anything about the original series. It probably helps that you have that knowledge, but
it definitely does add to the show, especially with how this show like format wise, like where this takes place in the timeline of the Fate series universe. I think it is helpful to have at least watched at least one other Fate series show to kind of understand the context of this show and why big the big part, it's not really a spoiler, but this show is set in America.
Yeah,
which
that was crazy.
is interesting. And the prologue does explain some of the stuff. I did do my own research into like what exactly is going on. So it's helped me to kind of understand what exactly I'm sitting down to like get into.
Right.
Because I think it is important to kind of have like some understanding of like what exactly, like you said, like what the Holy Grail Wars are, but you don't need all the detailed
Right.
information of like the previous interpersonal connections between the different characters, because
Right.
it doesn't necessarily carry over in the
I
same
feel like
way.
if you probably just watch one of the routes, if you watch like either Fate Stay Night, which I would not recommend because that's way older and way not as quality as UBW. Unlimited Blade Works is what I would recommend because it's like the one that's done by UFO Table, and it's absolutely beautiful. I haven't seen Heaven's Feel yet. But those are movies, and it's probably a little more understandable to watch those if you don't have a lot of time on your hands. But point being is that like I'm one of those people that like I enjoy the Fate series. I don't partake in the gotcha element of it. I'm just kind of a surface level plebeian. That being said, I will say I am happy that King Arthur is finally a man. That's the one thing about this series that I've always been like, what the heck is that? King Arthur's always been a woman, and now he's finally a man.
I have a feeling that this quote unquote King Arthur isn't actually
right.
real King Arthur.
Yeah, me too.
I have my own theory that just because like some of the things they've mentioned in like the first or second episode when we meet this King Arthur,
right?
The way he's kind of like talking, and there is one scene already that's already happened within the show that kind of gives the hand that this King Arthur he's a little interesting.
Yeah.
He has a secret he's trying to keep hidden.
It might be more accurate to say that this saber is a man. But yeah, no, I think it's interesting for sure, and it reminds me a little bit of how Zero played out so far, and I'm really I love Zero. Zero was such a good anime. Yeah, I think we've almost exhausted my what I've watched so far, so I'm gonna let y'all pick the next title.
Laura, you want to pick it, or you want me to throw my next one out? How do you want to do it?
I'll throw something that I haven't mentioned that I think is worth mentioning. It's not action. It's not rom-com. It's called Shiboyugi. Basically, the premise is that this girl plays death games professionally. The first episode is so crazy intense. Basically, she plays death games for a living, and she has a goal to beat 99 games. She survived 28 of them, which is insane. And like it's very much a mentally like taxing show, but they do a nice job of kind of censoring out the blood and the gore by saying when you take part in these death games, your body is replaced with like this cotton like stuffing, almost giving it like a doll like kind of reference.
Do they actually die, or is it or no?
Oh yeah, they actually die.
Okay.
And that like they can lose body parts because their body is stuffing, that like if you beat the quote unquote game, you'll be stitched back together and you'll survive onto the next game. But you can actually die in the show.
Oh wow.
It's crazy and heavy and intense, and
it's on Netflix of all places. Yeah,
I saw it on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, Netflix has this right now, and they're airing it week to week. It is insane. Netflix is going in on this one.
It doesn't surprise me because they also went all in on the summer Hikaru died. So
yeah, I need to watch that.
Kind of fit in this new wave.
Right.
I had to stop after episode like 1 or 2 of Hikaru just because thrillers really get to me. I get really freaked out by them.
Right.
Which is why, even though this show that I'm mentioning with the death games is intense, it's one of those where if I keep up with it and watch it weekly and give myself a week to kind of get over the scaries I get, I'll be able to get through it.
Right.
This is the reason we don't go to horror movies. She's not joking about this, James. We will go watch anime films all day long. I could not get Laura to go sit in a horror movie with me because she is like, too intense, too much.
That's
No.
valid.
Can't do it.
I mean, I have a thing about horror as just a side note that like I don't watch a lot of it because it's usually either about like either demons, serial killers, or it's usually the same thing every time. Whenever I find a horror movie where it's not that, I'm usually like for example, I really liked Long Legs. It was a good movie. It was creepy, and it was about the serial killer, but it was more about Satanism than anything. So it was like this is such a weird pivot from what we normally get from horror. So like The Monkey was pretty good, even though it wasn't scary. It was more funny. But when you find movies where it's like an offshoot of horror, it's usually one of the ones that I enjoy.
Well, I'm going in horror, throwing one at both of you. Kaya-chan isn't scary.
Really?
It's probably
I've heard good things about it.
Yes.
I saw the card and it was like, I don't know. This has some freaky looking people on it.
It does. She's a kindergartner, though. She's the cutest kindergartner, and she sees ghosts, and she honestly is. My favorite is that she's throwing fists with ghosts in kindergarten. So if you're a ghost,
nice.
and you're running, like, hey, that ghost is running up on my friend and giving them nightmares, she's gonna throw fists with a ghost, and all of her friends think she's creepy and weird because she's always doing stuff. She's got strange behavior. What they don't know is they can't see that she's throwing fists with a ghost.
Oh my god!
They don't know that. They can't see it at all. They just think she's crazy.
It kind of gives me Mako-chan vibes.
Yes, very much so.
Miyuruko, you mean the one where she could see the ghost and she can't?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was gonna say that too, but I forgot what it was called.
Yeah, that's.
I made a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
That's it, man. And then her teacher figures out what is going on, and then the teacher, you find out, hey, this little girl has a strong sixth sense, and so the teacher is basically going to become her ally.
Okay.
And making the other kids understand she's not creepy. She's just doing things her way. We all do things differently, and we still got to understand. It's very cute, but she's throwing fists with ghosts, man. And it's just like, yeah, I'm locked in. It's not horror. It's more supernatural. But when I say there's some freaky ghost paranormal creatures, the designs, you're going, child, I'm a grown man, and I would have passed out had I been able to see that thing. And she out here throwing fists.
That's where I want to just make a public call out. I want more Miyuruko-chan. I want that was such a good show, and like the fact that we have not gotten a season 2 yet is a criminal offense. So
what's the surprising slice of life that like I think just didn't here recently it caught my eye. It's called I don't exactly know like the English title of it, but it kind of loosely translates to like workplace life of a day, like the daily life of a torturer. Basically, torture is legal in Japan, and it's about these guys that work as professional torturists, and they treat it like a slice of life workplace comedy show, and it's just so like mind-boggling to me.
Reminds me of that. Have you seen that commercial? It's kind of weird to say that because most of us don't have we all have ad-free now. But have you ever seen the commercial for Liquid Death, where it's like the entire commercial is just her pouring the Liquid Death can upside down, and as the camera pans out, you see that she is waterboarding someone with a Liquid Death can, and like it just gets more and more disturbing from there. And I'm like, this is such a funny concept for an ad.
You're wild. I'll just tell you that right now. You're wild.
Yeah, whatever. You know me. You love me. You can't escape me at this point. Anyway. So
it's a silly little slice of life. I wouldn't say it's something I'm excited to see, but it's something that if it's on and I've had a stressful day,
right,
I would turn it on just to kind of have like the mental popcorn.
One title that I need to carve out some time, and I probably will in the next week or so. I want to carve out some time to go back and rewatch this because it has been a number of years. Is Golden Kamuy. Have y'all seen this one?
Yes,
I've
and we
seen
talked
the
about
first
it.
season.
What's up?
I have not caught up.
You saw what season? The first one? Or what?
Yeah, she said she saw the first season.
Okay, yeah, it went out for a second, so I didn't hear. Yeah, so I watched it pretty loyally for the first 2 seasons, and then I think it was with 3, because I think we're on 4 now, or are we on 5 now? I don't know. We're on 5 now. Never mind. So I think it was with 4. There was something that happened that caused them to delay the last few episodes, and I think it was related to COVID or something like that. And so I kind of, whenever they stopped putting them out weekly, I just kind of let it fall to the wayside. And then whenever they came back, I never heard that they came back, so I didn't know. Well, I found out that they came back, and then that they were doing the last season is coming out right now, and I was like, oh, I really want to watch it, but like I don't remember anything that's going on, so I'm gonna just start it from the beginning and just watch it straight through. But I really liked it because it was basically like if you like the concept of like One Piece, where they're like literally just like, if you like the treasure hunting aspect of One Piece and not the fact that it's 1,000 episodes, it kind of has that, and it also pairs it with that kind of that goofy but also serious aesthetic, where like the story itself is like they're fighting for their lives against these people who want them dead, but like they take the time to like do campfire cooking, and like they make really weird food, and they make fart jokes, and half the crew gets naked and does like wrestling. It's one of those things where like there's so much
silly gags.
Yeah,
lots of silly gags interspersed throughout this entire series that art style wise does lean a little bit more heavy, a little bit more serious, a little more action adventure.
Right. And then it also is paired perfectly with the fact that apparently the author I think he did a one shot where he just aged everybody up and called it Silver Kamui because they all have silver hair. And I think that's just the funniest thing, is just to like take your own story and just like be like, I don't really care.
Making a
so
list.
Unserious with his own work.
Right. Like I love the it's like life's too serious. You can't take yourself too seriously, you know?
Okay, I think I'm at 5. You guys have created a watch list for me. Y'all don't even know this.
Another one that I wanted to mention is, and we were talking about horror movies, coming out soon. I don't know when exactly, but there's a movie coming out about the Scott movie called Primate. It's just a monkey that goes crazy and starts.
I'm going to watch that this week.
Like...
And okay, so that's already out, or is it coming out this week?
It came out Friday.
Okay,
I'm going to watch it this week. This Laura is basically, the girl grew up with this monkey. Her parents raised it. He gets bit by something. He now has a very aggressive form of rabies, and you realize how strong those chimpanzees are. You remember that crazy scene from in Nope where the monkey went crazy and killed everybody on the movie set? Whole movie of a super strong monkey killing everybody.
But anyway, I bring this up.
Nope is about?
The whole movie is a monkey killing everybody. I'm going to watch it. I'm watching it.
Oh my God.
I bring this up because I wanted to mention how interesting it is that the Darwin incident is also airing this season. It's like
wait, what show is that? I don't know.
The Darwin incident is about a half human, half chimpanzee hybrid known as a human Z that is apparently gonna like join an eco-terrorist group or something like that. I don't really.
Well, they're trying to take him out, so he's kind of fighting the eco-terrorist group.
Okay.
He is a hybrid. It's on Amazon Prime. It looks, oddly enough,
good.
when you watch the trailer, you're going to be like, this has no right to look this good.
Yeah.
It has zero right to look this good.
I'm going to be mad at how much effort they put into it, how much funding they got. Is this what you're telling me?
Yeah, pretty much.
They got way more. Somebody went into that meeting and pitched this, and they were like, how much do you want? Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, I saw the trailers for that, and I was like, what is this? And then I saw the trailer for Primate, and I was like, what is this?
James, the fact that I'm aware of both, and even I didn't make that connection, so this is why This is why we work, because you looked at both of those trailers and you were like, "Oh, monkeys are hot in 26, man. Winter 2026 is the season of the monkey, and it is the chimpanzees on a fighting spree is amazing."
Look,
I'm
I
not
liked
joking.
Planet of the Apes. What do I say?
You
Yeah,
gotta be careful with the things you say, because out of context, that monkeys are hot is gonna be clipped to.
Oh, I am clipping that.
God.
yeah,
Oh my
dude.
god. This
Yeah.
is
I can't
going
wait for
really
that one.
bad.
Hey,
Oh my
look,
god.
here's the worst thing I said at IckyCon this past weekend was I said, "Oh, I'm not supposed to like a love story just because it's two hot dudes and hot gay love. That seems wrong." And that got clipped. So,
Oh yeah. Speaking of
I'm an
gay
ally.
animes for the season, oh my, we
Yeah,
have
I'm an
two
ally
gay
this
animes
season.
this season. Can you
Wait, we
believe it?
do?
We get two. Yeah, we have two gay animes confirmed on Crunchyroll this season, at least.
No.
So
What?
one is a nobleman's guide to a vacation. A nobleman gets transported from one fantasy realm into a different fantasy realm and decides to treat this different fantasy realm as a vacation from his everyday fantasy realm. Hires on this like swords like adventurer guy who's really high ranked. Very much like it's already been implied, like, oh, some of the language is like, oh yeah, I don't like when people touch my things. And I'm like, okay, calm down. Calm down. So there's
Mm,
that one. And then the other one is reincarnate or like transport to an isekai where our isekai dude is an accountant and the world depends on his accounting skills to make sure that there is money in the budget to save the people of that land from the financial crisis that comes from dealing with the Demon King.
Oh,
Okay.
goodness.
So that reminds
Studio
me,
Dean. Studio Dean is doing that. I'm looking at this right now.
with that description of that anime that you mentioned was it reminded me of Sakaki and Peeps. I think it's called. Did y'all ever watch that?
Yes! Oh my god, I did watch Sasaki and
Yeah,
Peeps. That one was really fun.
that one was fun. I wasn't. I didn't love the way that it ended. I really hope we get a season 2 because I feel like it needed it. But that being said, I love the idea of like, oh, this is basically economics 101. We're gonna teach you how to become a shopkeeper by demonstrating, hey, you need to buy these products at a low price and sell them higher in the kingdom. I love that.
This show, not nearly as fun as Sasaki and Peeps, I will say.
Okay.
Sasaki and Peeps is really fun. This show kind of takes itself a little bit more seriously, but I mean, I love a good, strong, silent type male lead. Um, and this is what like the romantic lead kind of is giving strong, silent type. Real like
I just scrolled down on my Annie list and I realized I don't know how I did not see that this was coming out this season, but we have a TV short adaptation of Does It Count If You Lose Your Innocence to an Android? Or Does It Count If You Lose Your Virginity to an Android? And
Um, your boy
uh,
Sam on the Epic Awesome show
did he beat me to
was,
it?
yes, he's hyped about this. We had to
How
talk about it
he is
yesterday.
such a prude. How is he excited for this?
Cause there's this black guy that we all know that told him about the manga, and he remembered that conversation.
Yeah, Sam,
Am
I
I the
told you a
black
prude.
guy?
Get over it.
Possibly me. I'm possibly the black guy that told him about the manga, and then he never forgot it. And then when he saw the anime, he went all in.
Oh boy.
I am ruining people. That's all I do now. That's all I do.
Hell's Paradise.
I'm gonna finally watch this. Look. I'm gonna be honest. I'm late to the game on this. I've made a list over here, but Hell's Paradise, Laura, you suckered me in. You were the last piece to that puzzle to get me to go. I need to watch this, so I'm gonna do it.
I did not see the plot twist at like the end of the last episode for the first season coming. And it's really kind of thrown my brain into a little bit of like frenzy in terms of, well, what's even real anymore with this show? You know, it's just like, oh.
And that's the thing that I'm confused about, because I genuinely do think I need to go rewatch the season 1, because I did not feel like there was a plot twist, but I'm not saying there wasn't. I'm just saying I did not pick up on it. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I should go rewatch it so I can like feel that, I guess.
I think it is really important because it does set up for season 2 really well,
Right.
because it's kind of the crucial piece that our main guy, the white-haired one, I cannot remember his name at this moment.
Gabimara.
Yeah, it's like really vital to like Gabimara. Like in the whole first season, they really emphasize that Gabimaru is doing all of this for his wife, and then you learn this new piece of information, and now it's like, well, it kind of throws your perspective of like, is Gabimaru's identity even built on something that's real?
Right. That makes sense, because I do remember thinking, I wonder what's going on here. So maybe that's what I'm missing on. But it's not like it's that long. I could probably finish it in 6 hours.
Oh yeah. Because basically, Gabimaru got into like a really big fight towards the end of the first season, and he hit his head, and he doesn't remember why he's on the island to begin with. And so, like, that's a big chunk of like what's setting up season 2.
Did you read? Did you read the manga? Oh, okay. I was wondering if you knew kind of where it was going, and if you could like kind of tell us how loyal it was. But yeah, no. I'm probably just gonna find time to like just rewatch it, because I was confused the entire first episode of season 2, and I was like, I should do this, but I'm lazy. So
I like that you admitted it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta accept that part of yourself. Well, I guess let's do a speed round. Is there anything else that we're hyped for? We can maybe do one more title each.
Laura, ladies first. You first.
No, I'm not ready.
Okay. Well, here's what I did. I've listened to everything you guys have presented, and this is my official watch list for winter 26. I'm definitely doing the Shiba Yugi with the girls in the deaf game.
Right.
Definitely. Kai-chan isn't scary. Yeah, not missing an episode. Sent us to be a hero. Laura, once again, you got me. I did start that Gachia Kuda. Finally.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh my god, it's so good.
So good.
No, it is so good. And then Journal with it was going to be number 1 this year for me. I'm going to spend tomorrow probably working on comedy stuff while Hell's Paradise plays on this screen. I can work on comedy stuff here and send out letters while that plays. I'm going to get caught up on a binge.
I will say, real quick, don't make the mistake that I made. That anime is very dense with information. You will forget stuff if you're multitasking.
Yeah.
Maybe do a slice of life instead.
Okay, and then the Darwin incident. I'm watching the monkey.
Would be something you would watch in the background.
Okay, I'm watching it.
It's because of its power system.
Yeah.
That you need to be focused. If you don't get the power system and understand that really well, right off the bat, you're going to be very confused.
Lock in, coach. Lock in.
Okay, yeah, I'm putting it in here right now because I saw it. It is officially on my watch list. Yeah, the Human Z is going to be diabolical, and I am so here for it.
Oh, my goodness.
I think to kind of tie off this, I think something that did catch my eye just because it was really pretty. I don't know how the plot's going to be, but it's, I don't know the English title for it, but basically this girl is known as the quote-unquote prince of the school because she has like a handsome face, really boyish features, but she's a girl and she wants to be like seen as a woman, and she bumps into the other prince of the school, and he sees her and is like, you're a beautiful woman. And it's just like their little romance on like this guy who's also like quote unquote her rival prince actually seeing her for like the woman she is.
It is called In the Clear Moonlit Dusk.
I was just about to tell that too. I looked it up and saw the word prince, and I was like, I think that's what it is.
Yeah. in the clear moonlit dusk. It is, you know me. You know I'm a rogue. I'm a romantic junkie. Okay, that was on there. I didn't want to say it out loud, Laura. You didn't have to call your boy out. It was on there. It was on there. I was like, we might have to check out that first episode, see where that goes. Okay.
I'm gonna break my own rule, and I'm gonna do two. One, and both have something in common, and that is the fact that I have not seen either of their season 2s, but they are on season 3s, and I need to go back and watch them. And that is Oshinoko is back, and
Yes.
Fire Force season 3 part 2, and this is the last season of Fire Force, not the last season of Oshinoko, but the last season of Fire Force. And I am very excited to see, because I know, I mean, who doesn't? I mean, I'm not going to say it, but I know how it ends. I just want to see it end. I want to see what they do with it and what they do next with it. Hopefully, just, real quick, spoilers for this. I want them to do a remake of Soul Eater afterwards. Okay.
Oh my god, we all want a remake of Soul Eater.
And
you
Yeah.
know what just got a remake this season for winter that I am just like annoyed about?
Yeah.
Hanakimi. Hanakimi got a remake this season.
I didn't know that
I'm
was a
just
remake.
like, yeah. It's from like a mid-2000s anime
Huh.
about a girl that infiltrates an all-boys school because she's in love with how this one guy runs. I'm like, dog, this is just Ouran High School Host Club, but not as good. Stop.
James, I finally brought somebody worthy of being in our inner circle. Please,
Yeah, I
please,
agree.
please put some love. Y'all, if you watch this episode, please, please, please show my homegirl Laura some love in her comedy career, because she's one of us.
Yeah.
She is one of us.
And that's a perfect segue to Laura. I want to give you the mic. If you want to promote yourself, tell people where they can find you when you're not talking weeb. You go ahead.
When I'm not talking weeb, you can currently find me at Laura Knockout on Instagram. Currently, I am in a little bit of a comedy hiatus due to some personal health issues, but 2026, the year of the comeback, baby.
Hell yeah. Cool. Well, thank you very much, Laura, for being on the Otaku Obentou podcast. I am very honored to have you, and I know Coach is as well. This has been really fun.
Yes.
As usual, if you want to find Coach, you can find him at CoachSilky on Instagram. I think that's the only real platform you use. You can find me at Pixcelation on practically everything, but I'm most active on Blue Sky, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, you know what else? They can also find we have an Instagram for this show.
Yes, we
the
do.
Otaku Obentou.
Yes,
we have an Instagram for this now that I made us start and set up a schedule for clips. So we're trying to bring it in.
Yeah, Coach texted me today. He was like, "Look, I'm gonna drive to where you live, and I'm gonna kill you if you don't start posting stuff on the dates that I want you to post them." And I was like, "Okay, Coach, I'm sorry."
I have to set up, look, I have to play this social media game for my own comedy career, so I'm gonna take it on and run it for our page too. So.
Right. No, I get it. And and we'll be posting clips on there as well as TikTok. So you can, on my personal Pixcelation TikTok, we'll be posting those. So go follow there on Instagram, and we will be posting more stuff there as time goes on. In the meantime, thank you all for watching. This has been the Otaku Obentou Podcast. My name is Pixcelation, and we will see you in the next one.